Welcome to Spiritual Frequencies Online Academy. This is part 4 of Why to Be Conscious. As I mentioned in the last segment, when you're conscious, you are in a state of wordless awareness. Also, images are not as prevalent going through your mental consciousness. And when you have that experience, you have access to creative energy. NASA did a study several years ago where they found out that kindergartners still retained about 98% of their creativity. So of the 1,600 youngsters that they did the study with, 98% registered a genius level of creative energy. As they got older and became adults, that shrank from 98% to 2%. So essentially 2% of our population on the planet are the creative geniuses that provide the rest of us with the creative technologies, ideas, processes, inventions, and so on that give us such a wonderful life. It's unfortunate that most of us don't retain that creative energy. However, when you choose to be conscious, you actually can access your creative energy. In fact, it'll flow to you almost naturally, almost at will. You'll be on more the creative edge, kind of the cutting edge of knowing what to do, what to think, what to come up with in terms of whatever your situation might be, whether it's business, artist, homemaker, family member, whatever issues come up, you can call them problems, problem solving. You will come up with a host of creative ideas to work with, overcome, access new ways of handling that particular situation or difficulty, whatever you want to call it. That's a wonderful opportunity to not be stuck in fear, not to be stuck in anger, not to be stuck in what to do. Many people talk about the writer's block. I'm a writer. I don't really experience writer's block because the creative energy is there at all times. Sometimes I need to have a new creative idea to move on to the next step. And when I'm conscious, those ideas begin to flow. So you might want to experiment with and test and actually be conscious as much as you possibly can. And double check and check what I'm saying is valid for your own life. Another feature of being in a state of creative energy or being conscious is you get a feeling of wholeness. It's unfortunate in our particular culture as we move away from being a youngster, being access to play and creative ideas that spontaneously arise. We get more and more into sort of an analytical, overthinking capacity or habit, and that pulls us away from the feeling of unity, a feeling of wholeness, a feeling of creative energy, of play. So in ancient India, they used the word lila, the play of the gods. So if you're really in a lifestyle where you don't have a sense of joyful play, creative energy is not going to flow as easily. It also indicates perhaps you're not experiencing being more conscious as you go about your day. So I highly recommend that you spend time being aware in the moment, the so-called now. If your thoughts continue to propel you off in different directions, which you're usually in the past and in the future, just simply observe it, gently let it go, and move on. It builds up a habit, a positive habit of being in the moment, of being creative, of being conscious in the moment, and experiencing creative ideas that will flow to you. They'll just pop in your mind. They'll be like light bulb moments. You'll have aha thoughts that might give you insight into where you can go with whatever you're working on, whether it's in your family life, in your work life, in your creative life, you will find that you will be bubbling like popcorn popping with ideas and ways of taking new steps and new directions in whatever your life path is. So, with that, I hope to see you soon and share with you more of why to be conscious.